Breaking news, Grayscale CEO announces a slowdown in Bitcoin fund exits, potentially signaling a shift in investor sentiment. Despite recent outflows, the crypto community anticipates a positive turn. Stay tuned as we delve into Grayscale's strategic move to stabilize the Bitcoin market. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. And we're starting off with, the more Tether prints, the higher the Bitcoin goes. Also, at this point, Bitcoin is the hardest money I know. Survived 15 plus years. International regulatory scrutiny, China crypto crackdown from 2017 to 2020, ICO mania followed by regulations, BCH hard fork, major job losses, empty GOX hacked, Silk Road shut down, out of control inflation, 2-3 international wars, 3 US government changes, bad for environment, PR attack, COVID pandemic, USDT controversy, India regulations uncertainty, also quantum computing threats, institutional criticism, and major TradFi criticism. And now it is at 50,000. If all the above didn't stop it, nothing will. Let's go for more. The best returning cryptos are made when Bitcoin's weekly RSI is above 70, and right now that's exactly where the Bitcoin's weekly RSI is, and everything with haste. Also, so far this cycle has played out very similar to the 2014-2017 cycle. The only difference, pullbacks are shallower and the price going up faster. Send it. And we're looking into the same cycle starting off right now from 2011 to the 2025. Let's see if it plays out well like this guy predicts. Also, the Bitcoin is an asset that protects you, the BlackRock CEO says on his interview. Next one. While I thought I was a trader, I never was. I've read this book twice and I can say that this below is clearly a trend change. That is why I pay attention to people who say this time it is actually different. The reason Bitcoin was first created was in the wake of this 2008 financial market crash. Fascinating to see the markets worldwide collapsing. Inverse Kramer even says, can't even look at it after you buy it, fulfilling the inverse prophecy. Also, if Bitcoin goes above the $53,000 now, over $2.6 billion in shorts will be liquidated. And as we could see through this graphic, we can't literally see any big long positions as there are not much liquidity right there, so it possibly can go through the 53,000 right there and then continue on massively dropping. So it breaks the level of 53,000 and then goes down. That's basically what I see happening in the next couple of days, because still the Ethereum is not up to $3,000 and I feel like it's going to go up to $3,000 and then go down again. Bitcoin reserves on exchanges hit the lowest since April 2021 according to CryptoQuant. With increased demand from the ETFs and the upcoming Bitcoin halving, the circulating supply is set to decrease further. The supply shock is actually coming. A fractal is a pattern that repeats forever regardless of how zoomed in or zoomed out you are. Fractals surround us in many different aspects of life, including apparently the Bitcoin price. Spend enough time watching it and you will see too. Follow our price tracker, okay, never mind, but basically that's it true. Bitcoin on its way to 55,400 as weekly candle closed above the 50,900 resistance, confirming Bitcoin breakout. The third target is next at 55,400. So it turns out that Bitcoin's thing was the most obvious play in the history of mankind. The fiat standard has failed you, government issued currencies are a thing of the past, the future is here, welcome to the Bitcoin standard, you need to act with urgency or you will be left behind. Also, over 18,000 bitcoins, almost $1 billion outflow withdrawn from Coinbase, as this would be one of the biggest outflows recorded. Balances in the next wallet range from $45 million to $171 million, with all UTXO from the original transaction having been spent. UTXO management seems a likely option, however, it is also possible that the funds will provide a new liquidity for OTC DEX or that the funds have been purchased and transferred into self-custody. It is also coincided with a small pump during Asia market. In 60 days, $200 million will be chasing 450 daily mined Bitcoin. Equilibrium price 444,000 a coin. In 4 years, 200 million will be chasing 225 daily mined Bitcoin. Equilibrium price is 889,000 a coin. And in 8 years, 200 million will be chasing 112 million daily mined Bitcoin. Equilibrium price 1.8 million a coin. And there are 2 levers that work here and only one that can change in is the 200 million, and I predict it actually goes up. Also, there's about 60 days until the Bitcoin supply goes from 900 to 450 Bitcoins daily. That is about 40 trading days. Assuming that ETFs continue to suck up 500 million worth of Bitcoin daily, we are looking at $20 billion more to be deployed. That is 400,000 Bitcoins. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust sees reduced outflows as the market adjusts. As Grayscale, a prominent crypto asset manager, is witnessing a decline in the rate of capital exiting its Bitcoin ETF fund, the slowdown suggests investors may still be interested in the fund despite prior large-scale withdrawals. Since transitioning to a spot Bitcoin ETF, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust has experienced a total outflows of $7 billion as of February 16th, with most occurring in January. Investor sentiment and competitive fees. Although the deepest outflows indicates a change in investor sentiment, market experts including ETF Store President Nate Gerasi caution that further sales may be imminent as January departures amounted to $5.6 billion while February figures stand out considerably lower at $137 billion. Jim Bianco of Bianco Research attributes much of the activity to a shift towards newer, lower fee spot Bitcoin ETFs, as these fresh ETFs have significantly slashed fees to as little as 0 to 12 basis points, and a stark contrast to Grayscale's 150 basis points, as the competitive pricing is drawing investors away from GBTC seeking cost-effective investment vehicles. Prospects for Grayscale and the wider market. The market dynamics shifted when BlackRock entered the space with a spot ETF in June 2023, leading to GBTC trading at steep discounts relative to Bitcoin's market value, as this discount peaked at around 44%, offering attractive arbitrage opportunity for investors. Gerasi projects that asset sales will persist, noting Grayscale's potential to remain lucrative despite substantial asset reductions. As a Grayscale may introduce a new, lower-priced version of its Bitcoin ETF, which could trigger additional sales, the possibility is reinforced by a recent court decision allowing Genesis, a bankrupt crypto lending entity, to offload some of its Grayscale investments, as Genesis holds stakes in GBTC and other Grayscale trusts worth approximately $1.6 billion. Also, Grayscale experiences a slowdown in the Bitcoin ETF outflows. So crypto asset manager Grayscale continues to see a slowdown in outflows from its spot Bitcoin ETF fund, but observers still believe there is a room for more sales. So what happens with GBTC? GBTC has 7 billion outflows in past 5 weeks, and what a chart, outflows clearly slowing. Interest to see what happens moving forward. Play for Grayscale IMO is to launch mini GBTC spot Bitcoin ETF at significantly lower fee, as PDR did this with a gold and a gold amp. That's all the information we got on today's video on the Bitcoin, and if you're interested in more, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.